Am I a goon for convincing my husband's female BFF to give her baby a unique name?
Yes.
No. All the names are changed to protect the guilty. My husband is not and will never be romantically attracted to his BFF. He loves her like a sister. She's like a sister. However, she quite often gives off the vibe that she is interested. That's with most relationships. Yeah. You know, there's always somebody with a couple Bambi. You know, Bambi
somebody's
eyes.
A little more attached than the other.
She got pregnant just before we did. There's always somebody daydreaming of like, oh, but what if it was us?
Right. It's like, no, I don't like her like that. Mm-hmm. Then somebody does.
But she might.
Right.
She got pregnant just before we did. Her husband is a good guy and he will give her almost anything. We were discussing baby names and I said that we had a list we were narrowing down. She wanted the list. I said no. This went on for months. I finally just said that she could pick any name she wanted, and I promised we will not give our child the same name. Yeah, because you're trying to do like, we both named him Brandon! Like, no, don't.
Oh, God, I know, right? That's what I was going to choose.
Exactly. Oh, well, similar. Like, no. Well, Brandon and Brendan, we were going to do it. Like,
Brandon and Brendan, yeah.
This stopped her for a bit. Then she came back and asked me for my most likely candidate. Oh, so what are you thinking about naming him? I said my husband wanted to name our son after his friend from college who passed away. His name was something that Key and Peele would make fun of. Think Delonkowitz. It was a joke, and she didn't. It was a joke, and I didn't think she would take me serious until she introduced us to her son, Delonkowitz. No apostrophe. My husband commented that it reminded him of his old buddy. She seemed happy until our son, Daniel Alden, was born. She asked if any other names were less. She asked if any of the other names were less boring, and we told her that we had always planned on going with the name of one of my grandfathers. We just couldn't decide which one would be the middle name and which would be the first name. She went a little nuts and started yelling that I tricked her into giving her very white son a stereotypically African-American name. My husband asked what she meant, so I was honest and said that I was joking and picked a name that I always thought would be neat, but not for me. My husband thinks I was a jerk to mess around with his friend, and he is more upset with her that she would try to steal a baby name. Her husband is now saying I'm a dick for getting her to name their son that. I said they could just call him Dell.
My thing is like, why is a husband of the one that was upset? Nigga, get in there. No, we're not naming our kid that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm mad at you because now she wants to... Nigga, get in there. No, we ain't naming our kid that. There's two people deciding this fucking thing. It's our kid, not theirs. So who the fuck even asking them? You should be asking your husband what we're going to name our kid, not your best friend and his fucking wife.
Exactly. That you seem to be a little bit too into their stuff, and it's like you got to trim your own grass on your side of the fence.
What the fuck are we doing? I just can't with this. And first of all, I never, being from the African American culture, I never met anybody with that name.
You don't know Delonkowitz?
I don't know Delonkowitz.
AOD. That's why, because we don't know the real name, because it's AOD.
Met a Dell. Maybe Dell is. I met a Dell before. Maybe Dell is short for Delonkowitz, but I've never met a Delonkowitz, so that does sound like a Key and Peele skit.
Yeah.
But man,
if this is real, I love it because you just taught everyone a lesson. Like, yes, perhaps in this, you might be a little bit on the dickhead side, but you know what? This isn't the first instance. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure that you have many stories of your fucking husband's BFF who's always had a crush on him. Right. Because I'm sure it's just been, you know.
I know. And why is
if he would, I would. If he would, I would.
I mean, and the husband on the other side is like, yo, there's got to be a fight there. Like, yo, listen. Stop asking these niggas what we gonna name our baby. This is our baby. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can get a call. People give advice. They give names, right? Because I've seen that. People go out like, I'm looking for baby names. And, you know, I've done it before. I've been a part of, like, throwing some names in the pot for somebody or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
But you're not going to throw out the name that you want to name your child.
Right.
You're not going to be like, well, I was thinking about this one. And it's like, oh, and then you took that one. That's who I wanted for.
Right.
And imagine this. Like I said, we're discussing baby names. We have a list over here. She's like, can I see your list? For what? Because then you know you're just going to try to take it like...
Can I see your list? No, you're not looking at our list because it's our list.
Mm-hmm.
We want to decide here. It's like, you know, which one are you leaning towards? Well, I was going to go with, you know, Del. Me too!
Exactly.
That's so crazy.
We're going to have babies with the same name and they're going to be best friends and then maybe they'll grow up and get married. Like, don't.
Yeah.
No.
That's what it seemed like.
Yeah.
That girl seems like that kind of person of the whole, you know, hey, let's do everything identical. And it's like,
wants to be too close is what it
Right.
feels like. Like she
You gotta let them have their space, and you should be taking it up with your significant other who you're having the child with.
I feel like so far in this relationship, nobody's ever told that lady like, hey, you're just doing a little bit too much.
Right.
It's just a little bit too much.
You didn't create that line in the sand. Like, the boundaries are being crossed. Listen, I understand you guys are friends, and I trust my husband and all. But right now, I'm getting this vibe.
Yep.
You like to use it, right? You like to use that word. So now's your time.
That big V.
I'm getting this vibe that I'm just not comfortable with it.
Because just on this here, my husband is not and will never be romantically attracted to his BFF.
He will never
He
tell
loves
you
her
that.
like a sister.
He would
However,
never tell you
she
that.
often gives a vibe that she's interested.
Right.
But you know what too? Because man, we've talked about crushes before, and I feel you because who knows if perhaps he's maybe one day like, damn, I bet you she could fucking. But what I'm saying
Or get me
is,
mad. Watch what happened.
actions in real life, you can see that this lady is the one where you're just like I said, crushes come off like a drunk person trying not to be fucking drunk. No, I'm cool. I'm fucking cool. I'm good. Everything's fine.
What's Melody doing today? Look what Melody's doing, guys.
Exactly.
She's so funny.
There's just if you had the solo camera on you while you're around your crush, and you just. She's breathing. She's breathing.
That's when his lady's probably like, he never laughs like that.
Yep. Well, but that's what she's standing up for her husband, saying like he don't do that. He
don't do
she
it.
does that.
So
shit.
she's not getting anything reading off of him that he's got this like, okay, this is his friend, long time, but
she gives off the weird vibe of just like, well, if we could, I would. Wait, do you want to just kill our husband and wife now, and we'll run away together?
I know. At some
Maybe
point,
not.
you gotta have and it's like the husband. You might have to come in and be like, yo, listen. We cool and all, but like this is really kind of hindering my relationship. So we have to shut that down.
We're gonna have to take a step back.
Yeah, we gotta shut it down because it's too much, and this is who I care with, who I'm building my life with. So I don't want to lose you as a friend, but if it happens, hey, good luck, kid.
Exactly.
Tap on the ass, keep it moving. You know, sometimes you gotta let it go when you're trying to build, man. You know.
You and Delonquius, you're gonna have to go over there.
And the guy's pissed off. Man, now I'm pissed because my wife is naming our kid Delonquius. Where the fuck was you at when the paper was signed?
Exactly. Well, just where was the discussion, or do you have that type of relationship where the lady runs everything? She just goes, "We're naming him Delonquius," and you don't just go,
right. All right.
What? But there are those fuking guys that will do it.
All right, sure. Whatever you want, honey. Whatever you say, dear. Whatever you want.
To where you would never, perhaps, like I said,
even if you hate it, if you want to yes dear her, and you're okay with it, but if you're yes daring her and you hate it, then what are we doing? Exactly. Like you don't like it. Tell you don't like it. Yes, dear. No, you don't like it.
I know. And at some point, if the husband finds out, he should be on some just like, that's why okay, there's something inappropriate going on with your, at the very minimum, at your obsession with this family. Because
you're doing too much, honey. Why are you even remotely all flabbergasted over this guy and with baby picking in? Why are we running to them to fulfill this pot? It doesn't make sense. Well, it does if he starts getting his little antenna up.
It feels like she's down for any connection. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I wish I could have been with him the whole time, but hey, I'm married to Bruce over here. Right. She has him, and he's my fan. But if we can have just any connection, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what...
Keep it alive.
Exactly.
I love Bruce, but maybe not as much as I love my best friend. Mm-hmm. And it's a sticky situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're not an asshole. If this is true, you're hilarious. You're not an asshole. You are fucking hilarious. Because you watching this go along and then like it actually happening, if any of it's true, is fucking hilarious. To where you're like, yo, she really did it. She really did it. You know what I'm saying?
We joked about it and she loved it.
Exactly.
And now...
So when she got, and this is Delonquius. Yeah. This bitch did it.
So then he said they revealed their kid's name and then she was mad that, you gave me a stereotypical African-American name?
Yeah. But
she went a little nuts just yelling that I tricked her into... How does anybody trick you into naming your baby? I can't grasp that one.
How about you were psycho enough to believe and you would go forth with naming your son after my husband's friend in college that you never met?
Listen, bro, if you ever hear this, you ever see this, get her out of there.
I was going to say, if you're having a baby and your wife comes up to you with a name that it has to be, ask why.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
You don't have to go crazy. Just say, so babe, why?
And the husband that is the best friend of this young lady, like, get her out of there, bro. Because it almost seems like this, all those crazy. Remember the movie Crush with the fucking what's her name, Silverstone and shit with the
Alicia.
One of those deals. I mean, Obsession with Beyonce fighting in heels in the roof. You know the one I'm talking about. Get her out of there, bro. Save yourself a headache, an issue, you gotta let her rock, man, because she's gonna fuck up your whole marriage, bro.
That's true.
Yeah, that's
because
she's coming.
What's
home
next?
Vibes,
you know what I mean? Like
home wrecker vibes.
Yeah,
That's what I'm getting.
Because this is like, man, if this is a neighbor, you don't give them extra key to the house because she's gonna come and rub her scent all over the bed. Right. You're gonna come home wondering what that weird smell. I'm telling you, it would.
And that's crazy.
It only get worse.
You know what? Thinking about it, even like the fact that she's so. And then there's some people that just like into keeping up with the Joneses, and like I gotta compete with her and her
keeping up with the Delonquias.
Yeah. You know what I mean? To the point where it's like he might have been having this baby or planning to have this baby, and then she just went like, well, I'm gonna plan to have one too. Now she's out there just planning to have this baby, or fucking, setting somebody up, poking holes in condoms. Who knows?
Yeah.
People like that, man. It seems like she's probably got some mental health issues in a sense, man.
The most, I feel bad the most for her husband. The
right.
one husband that we don't know about is Delonquius' father. Is who I'm.
Oh, you're Delonquius' dad. Del dad.
I wasn't expecting, but okay, yeah. No, man.
Oh man,
I feel bad for him.
Another thing, were they not African American? They said they tricked her.
Yeah, well, that's what she's saying. You tricked us into giving our son an African American name when it's like,
they're not.
No, you were dumb enough to just be like, okay, I'll take this name that I have no fucking connection with and name my son it because I think that you guys are also going to name it something similar and like. We're twins. Like, no.
Man, I ran into somebody that she was Caucasian female, had a child who came out very Caucasian, no mix at all looking. Named him Tyrell.
Nice.
Yeah, and then you see this kid now. He's older, blue eyes, beautiful hair, straight, and now he just tells everybody his name is Ty.
Yep.
Can you imagine the fucking shit this kid has to go through?
I know.
Trying to explain why his name is Tyrell with this nice, beautiful blue eyes and pale skin. That's like insane. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
and you know how the system works. You know how many fucking interviews he's did there.
Right.
No, we're not
interviewing Tyrell. The kicker was that she swore up and down he was mixed. Because she didn't really know the baby dad. Yeah. So yeah. So who's the asshole there?
Right.
Little Ty is the one that's living with this shit now. You know what I mean? Like, damn, you thought I was black. Obviously, I look in the mirror. There's nothing that screams biracial. Not a curl in sight. You know,
and now you're gonna have little white Delonquius.
Right. It's like, why do that to them?
Who he's gonna be 6 years old before he can pronounce his own name.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna be great.
I know. How long is it gonna take him to spell that?
I know.
What are we doing? Change it. It's not too late.
I know.
if he's tiny enough, he'll never know. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, it's disgusting, but no, you're not the asshole. You just revealed that snake in the grass and just said, "Hey, look how dumb she is."
Right. And tell your husband, it's like, babe, like, that's cool. I mean, I'm not jealous of you, but she's got to go.
Yeah.
We can't do this anymore.
See what just happened? We're gonna have to get her, out of here.
And it's a valid reason, buddy. Don't fight her on it. Say, baby, I love you. It's time.
Yep. Leave a comment, please. Let us know how you feel about it. Who's the asshole? Did they go too far with Delonquius?
Who? You know any Delonquius? Please let me know down below if you know a Delonquius in your life. I've been in the culture for many years. I never met one, nigga. Sorry. Sharkeisha's seen it. Delonquius, don't know him. Don't know Delon.
Don't know D. Hell yeah. Leave the comment. Thank you so much.